get over. He's going to get that.
One in the hand, one in the bag, bubbling. One in the hand, one in the bag, bubbling. Look at the cash, bubbling. Look at the cash, bubbling. One in the hand, one in the hand, one in the hand, one in the bag, bubbling. Look at the cash, bubbling.
All right, much appreciated, Coach, as we welcome all of you to our exclusive coverage of the National Football League on EA Sports. Tonight, it's all on the line. We play for the Lombardi Trophy. I'm Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis, beyond thrilled to be bringing you the Super Bowl, all the pomp, all the circumstance, all the pageantry. It doesn't get any better than this, partner.
I'm loving sharing this booth with you, sharing this moment, this type of a game. For all the teachers who said we'd never make it, we're here.
And we talk these last couple weeks about the buildup, the anticipation. I think these guys are just ready to get out there and get this thing started.
And I know that both coaching staffs have spent considerable time trying to figure out how to best bring their team up to a peak without taking them over the edge and causing a lot of issues early in the game.
And you don't think much of a pregame speech is needed for this one?
I think the pregame speeches were the shortest all year. If they didn't just say, let's go get them, guys, they probably talked too much.
First and 10, it's Jackson. Flush to his right. And they didn't wait long to take a shot there, that's for sure. But it falls incomplete, and it's second down. Well, if those at home were wondering if we were going to see some offense in this Super Bowl, I think your answer was right there. Incomplete, but they take a big shot early.
Like the script. If they get the big play early, so much the better. But if nothing else, they send a message. They're going to be aggressive in this game.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Watch it now, Barney. Barney. Watch it now, Barney. Barney.
And now whistles and a flag, and I think we got a jump here. So a jump there defensively.
And it's a killer. Watch the football. Don't move across the line of scrimmage until the ball moves.
So the penalty certainly helps them out as they come up on 2nd and 5. Now a handoff. It's Freeman. Looking for a crease. Can't find one. Stopped at the line of scrimmage. It was Anthony Averett who got him down. Looked like he was trying to bounce it outside, but no success.
Yeah, sometimes you got to just figure out where you're going to go, and sometimes you just have to take it to another spot. In trying to get it outside, the defensive pursuit was there and just ran him down.
Third play here, this opening drive, as they're up against a 3rd and 5. Jackson from the shotgun. He's going to air one out. And that's caught inside the 30. Touchdown, Falcons. With a first touchdown of this Super Bowl and a long one at that. And the Falcons have taken the early lead. And on the grandest of stages, with the whole world watching the Super Bowl, they come out and get the first points.
I don't know how you feel about Brandon, but for me, watching the beginning of the Super Bowl, I've often wondered how come it's not just a fumble fest? How come the ball's not all over the place? The nerves, the interim in between of the 2 weeks waiting for the game. But this team came out and handled it just like it was a regular season walk in the park. Terrific start.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. They'll try and start this drive in the air. And right side, Henry's got it. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down. That pass play wound up for negative yardage, so here's second and 11. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Pressure, and that's certainly going to be a key to this game going forward. And that time, they were able to get in there and influence the throw. And remember, quarterbacks got to get rid of it. They don't have the Tucker rule that they can fall back on anymore.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Looking to throw. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off near the 32. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Falcon defense has a touchdown. We thought this defense would be opportunistic, and they were. Here, you're already up. Now you got a 2-touchdown lead. I tell you, going out there on defense, did they have a little bit of extra momentum with the score already on the board?
Oh, without a doubt. That already felt good to them. They took it and used it and obviously put up another one. But here's the thing now. Some defense coordinators might want to pull their guys back a little bit because they don't want them to make mistakes because they're too overamped. Others say, I've got 2-touchdown lead. Go get them, guys. They'll be even more aggressive.
And that one carries out of the side of the end zone here, so it's a touchback and bring it out to the 25. The Charger offense making their way back out there. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick first down. Good throw there to start this second possession. Maybe help erase the memory of the interception he threw first possession.
Yeah, I think a lot of the time now there's a communication between the head coach, offensive coordinator, quarterback's coach. All right, we got to get him settled. It's not easy after you throw a pick 6. You might want to just run the football, but I think in most cases you want to give him easy throws that he's comfortable with to get him going again. And it's not necessarily just throwing one or 2 yards. What throws does he like to make? Give him a couple of those and get him going.
Definitely looked like one he was comfortable with on the last throw.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. Allen's got it over the middle. So he got free of 1 tackle but couldn't do a whole lot else. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's third down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get him.
Pressure brought in, and the Falcons get there for the sack. Tack McKinley in there to get him for a loss of 9, and that'll lead to 4th down. So on 4th down, on comes the Chargers kicker, Caleb Sturgis. Back deep, Isaiah McKenzie. This is taken at the 23. And 9 yards there on the return following a punt of 47. And the Falcons will be taking over 1st and 10. Now the Falcons offense, they get ready to head back out here. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked. but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Watch him now, Barney.
They'll throw on 1st down with Jackson. He fights him off. And some space here. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Great way to start the drive. 20 big ones and a 1st down.
Man, defensively, that hurts. They got him out of his rhythm. They had him hemmed in, but somehow he was able to tuck it away and get away for a gain.
This is Freeman on 1st and 10. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And that'll make this a 2nd and 13. From the gun, it's Jackson. Escaping the pressure right. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's 3rd down.
Oh, I like that right there. Not only was it the right play, throwing it away like that, frankly, I think it was the only play.
Yeah, got outside of the pocket, realized he had nothing, just chucked it free.
Yeah, live to fight another down, right?
Here's Jackson on 3rd and long. Now he's flushed out right. Shrugs him off. That's caught inside the 20. Touchdown, Falcons. Will Fuller, his 2nd touchdown of this Super Bowl. And the Falcons will add on to their lead. Still first quarter, 2 receiving touchdowns for him. How are they going to slow him down?
I think they're thinking about altering their game plan. Whatever they came in with, now maybe you switch a better cover guy to him. Or you make sure you have more people in his general area wherever he lines up to at least try and discourage them from throwing the ball to him.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. The Chargers getting set to go. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here, or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here, but you also don't have to go ahead and force everything either.
And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. So the illegal forward pass also costs him a down, and now it's 2nd and long.
Detroit!
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. Forced out to his left. It'll be a pickup of 16 and a Charger first.
Partner, as a quarterback, sometimes you just got to know when the clock has gone off in your head, it's time to go. Tuck it and get all you can.
Now on 1st down, he'll drop to throw it. He's going to go for a big play downfield. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. The safety, Keanu Neal, there to knock that one free. So he's 3 for 7 throwing the football right now. Not an awful start, but also not the sharpest of starts.
No, I would agree with that. But if you're a confident quarterback and to play that position, you have to be. You just act like there's something wrong with the wind currents or something wrong with the ball.
It is not you. Keep throwing. That timing usually develops.
Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. And his throw is incomplete. He was looking for his tight end, Hunter Henry. And it'll bring up third down. There is no denying they want to get him involved. That's already the 5th time that they've looked his way in this first quarter.
So that tells me defensively that they want to insist on going in that direction. Make sure you got your best people in the area to try and take that away.
Now back to throw. And he's got a man open. That's Allen. His second catch in the Super Bowl, and it's good enough for a first down.
Well, we always hear about the connections some quarterbacks have with certain receivers. I think this guy has a connection with just about everyone. Didn't mind throwing it in there against double coverage to him.
Showed some confidence, supreme confidence.
Big-time confidence that he would make the play for him, and he did.
11 more on that one, and another first down. They're going to look to throw. Being chased out left. Back-to-back 11-yard gains, and they've got another first down.
Containing him is becoming a big problem. We've already seen this once earlier on this drive.
Yeah, and so now 2 times this has happened. Do you adjust something?
Yeah, I think you do. I think you got to start thinking about your rush lanes. Try not to either get too wide or too narrow. Make sure someone is there waiting for him to take off.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
They'll look to throw here on first down. This is Yeldon on the dump off. And he's in for a Charger touchdown. T.J. Yeldon, 25 yards for the touchdown. And the Chargers, they're able to cut into that deficit. So it goes for a rookie quarterback. He had the INT earlier in this first half, but he bounces back with a touchdown pass.
And you have to like the mental acumen, the toughness, the fortitude of him, because oftentimes for a rookie, you throw an interception early, you're taken right out of the game, or mentally you check out a little bit. Give him a lot of credit for bouncing back.
This will be taken short. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. Atlanta now coming out on the field. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Jackson on first down. Flushed out right. Fuller brings it in over the middle. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. An excellent pickup at 34 yards.
And let's face it, that what we just saw there, not a surprise, is it? I mean, this is what he does well. And if you don't tackle him as soon as he catches the ball, this is the end result. Big yardage afterwards.
Got the speed, the agility, so good with run after catch. And we're only in the first quarter, so they better get a wrangle and a hold on that quickly.
Yeah, you're exactly right. And what's really difficult to try and defend him is if you want to press him so that you get him on the ground quickly after the game.
Got
Throwing on first down, it's Jackson, eluding the pressure right. Over the middle to Smith. That one goes for 24 yards.
Not only have they completed a couple on this drive, but they peeled off some pretty good chunks of yardage, too.
Absolutely. Great start. 2 nice plays in the pass game. Now can they continue to feed off that? A first chance in the red zone for the Falcons now. They've got a 1st and 10 at the 11. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of 4 there, bringing up 2nd down.
I know when I was a kid, I always got real excited when I saw those lateral-type runs. But the best backs that made it happen, they put a foot in the ground and just go. That didn't happen there. That play got swallowed up.
Second down, here's Jackson. And he's going to go down. He's sacked back at the 24.
Well, that's what they have to do more of defensively. Not just getting sacks, but they have to keep getting in his face, not let him get his feet set and deliver. He's been carving them up previously.
Yeah, already has a couple of touchdown passes. About time they put a few grass stains on that jersey. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. Jackson out to the flat. That's complete to his running back. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. 14 yards, but they're still well shy of a first as that leads to 4th down. So out now comes the field goal unit for the Falcons. And this one is right through. And that'll push the lead up to 17. So they put together a good little drive there, but ultimately stalling out in the red zone.
Yeah, I know a lot of people look at it as a little bit of a negative. They didn't get 6 points out of it, right? Didn't get the touchdown. But that's actually okay. They got 3 points, able to give their defense a little bit of rest, let them settle down over there. So all in all, to me, that's a good drive.
Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. The Chargers offense gets set. They head back onto the field. I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it. I wonder now if they're going to try to increase the urgency a little bit, maybe pump up the pace, maybe go 2-minute. Who knows? Let's see what they decide to do.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Flush to his right, and his throw's going to be incomplete. Some of the fans here don't seem too happy about what we've seen in this first half.
No, not at all, and I understand why. They've looked lethargic, out of sync, and it shows on the scoreboard.
And once again, they'll go from the 23-yard line on 2nd and 10.
Detroit!
Back to throw here. He's got Allen, and they'll bring him down at the 27-yard line. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down.
It's a game of matchups, and that's why you take your receivers and move them around a bunch, especially your best guys. And when they work out of the slot, you often hear the coaches talk about how great it is because it gives you a two-way go. You can break out or you can break in. That makes it hard to defend.
And they finally get him, but not before he reaches the 33-yard line. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. They'll set up to throw. Nowhere to turn here, and he's going to go down. Back at about the 37-yard line.
3 scores down, not even a halftime yet. They are not getting much generated offensively. They've got to figure it out.
It's tough because this defense just seems to be playing with so much confidence right now.
They really are. They are on their toes, and they're getting at them.
They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete. And that one goes incomplete. He's maybe lucky it wasn't a fumble as he got hit as he threw it. The Chargers on third down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is third down and 12. They'll look to throw here. Dancing to his left. He may try and run for this. And he'll slide down to avoid the tackle. That one good for 13 and a Charger first.
When they watch film of this game and hand out the grade sheets, he's going to really like getting a double plus on this play. Why? He scrambles and picks up.
Got a man. It's Allen for the Charger touchdown. Keenan Allen, a 22-yard touchdown grab. And the Chargers are able to close the gap just a bit. Extra point right down the middle. And the lead down to 10, 24-14. The punter Kaiser now out to kick it away. Atlanta now coming out on the field. And they had 3 points last time, but they didn't want 3 points because they were well within range of scoring a touchdown. We'll see if they can do better now.
I'm with you on that one. Let's just go ahead and be frank about the whole thing. The only one happy about the 3-point?
The kicker.
Exactly. He put it through the post. That's going to help him at contract time. But that offense, they're thinking, let's get in the end zone this time.
I don't know if that helped him at contract time. You could have kicked that one through.
I don't know about that.
Toe bash.
I don't know about
that.
Super toe.
All right, here we go. Green 39. Green 39.
On 1st and 10, it's Jackson escaping the pressure right. And he's going to be out up around the 45-yard line. An ideal beginning of the drive there as they'll get 20 and a first down. Talk about a big first half. Already has the 2 touchdowns, adding to his receiving total there and picking up the first down.
He's coming off the line so fast. I think he's intimidating the defensive backs with his explosiveness, and he's chipping away at their confidence.
Throwing now, Jackson on first down. Flushed out right. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And oh, so close as he takes it all the way to the 2-yard line. A big-time play there for the Falcons. 52 yards. So 2 minutes to go in a wild first half. We'll come back on Super Bowl Sunday after this. A chance to really cap off a big first half here as they come up on 1st and goal. They come up in an offset eye.
Green 39.
They'll run here with Freeman. And this is going to result in losing yardage. They're driven back to the 8-yard line. It's a 6-yard loss on the play. And that'll make it 2nd and goal. He's going to get it running right. And he is into the end zone for a Falcon touchdown. As his guys are in for 6. And the Falcons will extend their lead.
As more and more up-tempo football creeps into the NFL game, some coaches don't think time of possession matters anymore. I believe we found one of them.
Extra point hugged the upright a bit, but he gets it to go. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that, they had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. The throw to the left side, caught by Coleman. And he gets this up to the 34 out of bounds there. Give him 9 there on the first down completion.
We didn't need to ask around the league, but we got to confirm this guy's a good player. They've got to find a way to get him more involved, call a few more plays that target him.
Absolutely, because here we are toward the end of the first half, and that's the first target, not just the first catch, first target. Maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here's 2nd and a yard from the 34. He'll look to throw. Steps away to his left. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. Taking matters into his own hands, and he picks up 4 yards and a first down.
That was an excellent job of recognizing the situation. His first read wasn't there. Heck, his second read wasn't there. But he bought himself a little extra time scrambling out of the pocket, got to the sticks, and picked up the first down.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
Watch it now, Barney. All right, now, look at 56.
They go play action here on first down. He's going to wind up and air it out. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up 2nd down.
And attempted a deep ball there. They didn't get it. But, boy, they're going to need a few of those to actually hit in order to get back into this game.
Good thing they do have a little bit of time here still left in the contest. Decent-sized deficit, but not one that they can't manage. They work again from the 38 on 2nd and 10. Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. But he'll find his man on the out route. That's Allen. And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down. They'll drop to throw. And it's complete. Henry. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. And now we won't see a play on first down. We're going to get a timeout instead, as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number 1.
Lucky 56. Lucky 56.
He'll drop to throw. Buying time to his left. Got some real estate inside the 30. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. Able to find a lot of empty space there, picking up the first down at a 21-yard gain. They'll look to throw now on first down. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out, incomplete.
It's a lot of contact going on there, and in the end, unable to keep 2 hands on the football and bring it into his body.
Everything looked pretty good until the finish. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10.
Lucky 56. All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
They'll set up a throw. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And he takes it in for a Charger touchdown. A great play there. A 22-yard touchdown grab. And the Chargers, they're able to cut into that deficit.
And remember, partner, that's a rookie quarterback back there. Apparently, he's getting the hang of this NFL thing pretty quickly.
Have 3 touchdown passes. You're right. He looks comfortable. What are they doing? Anything in particular?
Well, they keep talking about making sure they're giving him plays that fit his talents and also maybe shrinking the playbook a little bit. They did tell us that. Bottom line, he's really good.
Atlanta now coming out on the field. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
30 seconds remain in this first half as they come up here 1st and 10. Now Jackson on first down. as he's taken down. And now the Chargers are going to signal for another timeout, as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the first half. Now this one from about 2 counties over after the sack. They come up on a 2nd and very long.
Watch him now, Barney. Over.
Jackson from the shotgun, eluding the pressure right. And this turns into disaster. He's not going to get forward progress. That'll be a safety. And you know, the man who sat in my chair the last few years, he has a theory. These plays, these safeties, they're so rare. Maybe they should be worth more than 2, maybe 4 points.
I think he's got a great point. I really do, Brandon. But I would go ahead and up it to 6. I'm a former defender. To me, that's like scoring a touchdown.
Easy now. I'll go 4. I don't know about 6.
Come on. Come up to 6.
A lot of points. Chargers in good field position to start out. 1st and 10.
Gone! All right, now, lucky 56.
Back to throw. Forced out to his left. Stepping up, he's going to keep it. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. So the halftime show in the Super Bowl abbreviated, ready to go for the second half. So we've reached halftime here in the 2020 Super Bowl, Super Bowl 54. The never tedious halftime show behind us, and now it's back to football as we get going again in Super Bowl 54. And now running right through it. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line. Out comes the Chargers as they'll go on offense now to start this third quarter. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because there's a reason you're down. But overall, I think they want to stay positive, stay up with this team. We'll just start the second half, and we've got the football. Let's go ahead and punch it in, and then we'll take it from there.
See how that recipe works. First play of the drive, a success, 19 yards. Back to throw now on 1st down. Flush to his right. Wide open receiver complete. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or 2 shy of the 40. The Chargers passing game rolling a bit here. They've got another first. They'll look to throw here on 1st down. Stepping up, he's going to keep it. And he'll slide down to avoid the contact. Another nice gain, 16 yards there, and a 1st down again.
I think the last 2 plays really illustrate how difficult it is to game plan against this guy because you know he can throw the football, but how about his use of legs as well, what we call those broken plays? You can't account for them.
Yeah, those plays, those 2 that you just mentioned, a microcosm really of how he can hurt you. Looking to throw. And his throw here is incomplete. The intended target was Corey Coleman. That'll bring up 2nd down.
Had the right idea there, trying to throw it to the sideline, but he led him just a little bit too much, trying to get it out to his receiver. Ends up falling to the ground, incomplete.
Once again, they'll come up on the 26-yard line, 2nd and 10.
Gone!
Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. Looking middle, and it's incomplete.
I know coaches tell us all the time that having a powerful arm isn't the number one thing they look for in a quarterback. But when you're trying to throw inside routes and you need to put some heat on it, it helps to have the big gun. In this case, just a little bit too much.
Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he'll go down here right around the 23-yard line. 2 yards is all they'll get on the completion. It's 4th down. The Chargers will bring out the field goal unit now. From the right hash, this from an even 40 yards out. And his kick is indeed good. And that'll get the lead down to 5. So that's a 7-play drive that ultimately stalls out there at the end.
Yeah, things were a little leaky in the beginning on that drive, weren't they? But how about the front 7? As they got closer to the goal line, things stiffened a little bit, forced the field goal.
So we get set to start this 3rd quarter. Here's the Falcons offense now. That field goal a moment ago cut into their lead, but they still have that lead. They'll be looking to get the points right back.
And you just took me back to playing days. I could hear my head coach now in the locker room at halftime. The last thing he always said was,
"Don't screw up, Davis."
Well, besides that became a catch-all. But he always told the team, first 5 minutes, extremely important. How are we going to react? How are we going to take control? We need to. Well, in this case, his team didn't. They gave up a field goal. Can they get the momentum back going in their direction? See if they have a match or an answer on this drive.
We'll see. So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12.
Set! Green 39! Green 39! All right, now, lucky 56! Lucky 56!
On 2nd down, Jackson. And he's just going to get rid of this thing. To no one here. He throws it away. And now it's 3rd. Well, the numbers have been good in the passing game, and certainly a big reason why they have the lead. But now here, 3rd quarter, maybe go to the run game a little more?
Yeah, perhaps. I mean, after that incompletion, a little credit to the defense for shutting them down on that play. Maybe you try and run the football a little bit more in this spot. But they have to feel good about how they've been throwing it overall.
The Falcons on 3rd down. They've been okay. 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd down and 12. From the gun, Jackson. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. His first catch of this Super Bowl, and it'll be good for a 1st down.
And there was absolutely zero pressure on the quarterback on that play. 3rd down, and he has all the time in the world to eventually find an open receiver for a 1st down pickup.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. He didn't seem in a rush. I guess they just didn't know where the play clock was.
I think you're right about that because there was no hurried movements there, right? No up-tempo at all. Clock just ran out. I think he was as surprised as maybe his bench was.
Now they need 15 yards on this series after the delay of game. 1st and 15.
Gone! Watch him now, Barney, Barney! Watch him now, Barney, Barney!
From the gun, it's Jackson. Airing it out deep for Smith. So they took a shot on 1st down, but couldn't connect.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that 1st down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
So they'll come up after the incompletion for second down. Again, Jackson escaping the pressure right. And a big loss here as he's taken down.
How about that, partner? His second sack of the game, and that puts him in some pretty good company. 17 guys have had 2 sacks in the previous 52 Super Bowls, but only 3 have had the record number of 3 sacks in this game.
And we've got the list here. If he gets another one and everyone behaves nicely, we might just list those out for him. The Falcons on third down. They've been good. 3 for 4 thus far. This will be third and forever. Operating from the gun, Jackson. And this one is incomplete. Fair to say the secondary play, whichever side you're on, hasn't really been a glowing exhibition so far, but a nice job there to prevent a long completion.
I agree with you, but at some point, someone had to make a play and try and stop this exhibition of almost speed racing that we've been watching, huh?
Yeah, it has been quarterback and receiver dominated. The punter Bosher on now as he gets this one away. Here comes the Chargers offense now back out onto the field. And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. I like the way you've described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board. But this time on offense, they don't want to see the field goal kicker trot on the field. They want that ball in the end zone.
Yeah, they'll be going for 6. And he finds a man on a crossing route. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
I know we just saw a nice throwing catch, but how about the big guys up front buying that time? Yeah, that's exactly what they did. They created time and allowed the space to happen. It turned into a really nice play.
Now back to throw. Allen's got it complete. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. That throw good for 4. It's second down. 4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. Flushed out right. And that'll be incomplete.
What's the old adage? Be quick, but don't hurry? Well, that went right out the window. There, he was hurried, harassed. That ball had to be gotten rid of, otherwise he was going to get sacked.
The Chargers on third down. They've hit 4 of 7. This will be 3rd and 6.
Gun!
They'll look to throw. Eluding the pressure right. Throwing deep here for Coleman. And the defense loses him. It's complete. And all the way in for a Charger touchdown. Corey Coleman, 38 yards. And the Chargers are able to strike for 6. And now they'll empty the backfield here as they elect to go for 2. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete. And in the third quarter here, they were trying to push that to a 3-point game, but instead it'll stay at 1.
And I'm a big proponent of not chasing points or going for 2 too early. But in this case, I understand why. You know, if you kick an extra point, you're just up 2, right? So a field goal still puts the other team ahead. So you go for 2 here and protect the field goal lead. They didn't get it done, though.
Jackson on first down. Being chased out left. And he just gets rid of it. Throws it away. A wise move there. Looked like nobody open. Now second down.
Not too many things get to a quarterback of this magnitude, but I think it's safe to say that pressure can get to any quarterback.
Now, he's obviously a great franchise quarterback, but felt the pressure, threw it incomplete. Line of scrimmage, again the 25, 2nd and 10.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Jackson now on 2nd and 10. Flush to his right. And that's incomplete. Will Fuller was the intended target. And it's 3rd down.
You put just a little bit too much heat on that one. When you throw it to the outside, you do have to be careful because you got to keep it away from the defender. But you also have to give your own guy a chance, too.
The Falcons on 3rd down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. They snap it at 1. Now it's Jackson. Oh, he got position on him, and he pulls it in. And they work this well upfield across the 45. And they convert on 3rd with a gain of 22. And with that last play, he's now up over that 300-yard mark.
And in today's NFL, it almost feels routine. And I hate that when you talk about a 300-yard passing game. To me, 300 yards still signifies excellence, and he's achieved that in this performance.
This quarterback now over 300 yards now for the game, and time to improve on that as he's got a 1st and 10. Jackson will throw again. He's going to look deep down the field. And this is going to be intercepted. Trevor Williams with a pick. Oh, and now he bowls him over. And this one will be returned to right around the 38-yard line. Oh, and I saw the pressure coming at him. That just looked problematic. Hit him as he threw it. And the interception ensued.
Let me pay homage to the man who stood in this spot before. He always talked about how much pressure is in the face of a guy, and can he step into a throw? And when you can't do that, oftentimes interceptions result.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive, escaping the pressure right. And this will be caught at the 30. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. And that one results in 35 yards. So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. Back now here on EA Sports.
Detroit! 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 Detroit!
Now on 1st down, he'll drop to throw it. Nowhere to turn here, and he's going to go down. Back at about the 37-yard line. Grady Jarrett. He's the one that got to him. He takes him down for a loss of 9. And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. They'll run it now out of the gun. And a short gain down to about the 33. Eli Apple up from his corner spot to make the play.
And that's one of the reasons you like to blitz even on rundowns. It confuses the blocking assignments. It doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the 2nd level.
The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long.
Patriot! Gone! 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 Gone!
On play action, they'll throw. Going for the deep ball. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning, hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces fourth down. So on fourth down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. He'll have the win at his back here in the fourth quarter. And this one is right down Broadway. And that'll move their lead up to 4 now. So they get to 3, but you wonder now, is that going to be enough?
Excellent question, because when I look at the smiles on that side of the field, they're a little tight, aren't they? If they had scored a touchdown there, those would be big half-moon grins right now because they feel a whole lot better about their position.
And a touchdown in the other direction, all of a sudden they're down. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. Atlanta now coming out on the field. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. Swings it out to the flat for Freeman. And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here. It's an 8-yard pickup, and that'll make it second down.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you just swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10.
Detroit!
They'll throw on first down with Jackson. Flushed out right. Wide open receiver complete. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. A gain of 32 that time.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play. They picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. And now the Chargers are going to look up here and signal for a timeout. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the fourth quarter. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10.
Detroit!
They'll run it now out of the gun. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
That play wasn't quite as big as the play that preceded it, but still, got to like the way they're moving the football, partner.
Absolutely. Pretty good room to run on that last play.
Yeah, they didn't get a first down, but still, you'll take runs like that each and every time, won't you?
On 2nd down, here's Jackson. Eluding the pressure right. All that gets him is just a yard, and now it's 3rd down.
Yeah, not much there that time, and I think we were both wondering once he got out of the box whether he just throw the ball away, and he winds up only picking up a yard or 2.
As big of a play as we've had in this one so far. This is 3rd and 3.
Here we go now. 3.
Now the pitch to Freeman. And he picks up the first down yardage as he takes this one down to the 15. 9 yards on the pickup there, and it keeps the drive alive.
Boy, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral. Also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
Freeman again, a first down carry. And this has been a recurring theme tonight for sure. Nowhere to run. Back to the line of scrimmage, that's all. And as a defensive end, getting off the ball quickly, swarming to the football, making a tackle, that's what we saw right there.
Yeah, that's what their job is. And really, a lot of the time, they have to throttle back a little bit in the run game because you know those defensive ends, they're like in a sprinter stance. They're just headed straight for the quarterback. That was good recognition on that play to hold them to no gain.
And now Jackson will look to throw it. Dancing to his left. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
We've seen this quite a few times in this game. Offensive line unable to keep leverage, unable to keep people away, facing a lot of pressure. Fortunate just to get rid of it.
One of the reasons they're down is that inability, though, to stop the pressure. We saw another example of it there. Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long.
Detroit!
From the gun, Jackson steps away to his left. And probably the wise decision there. No one open. He just throws it away. And that keeps the field goal on the table as it's 4th down.
I think that was a good job there defensively. They did allow them to drive all the way downfield, but once they got their backs to the goal line, they really turned up the pressure.
Yeah, they let them get all the way down here. Now the field shrinks. They've struggled to convert, and that last incompletion brings up 4th. If they're going to have a shot in this Super Bowl, they're going to need this one on 4th down. Here we go. It's Jackson on 4th down. And that is incomplete. Boy, it looked like he had it and dropped it. And the Charger defense stands tall, and they get the football back. So the failure to convert, no doubt, really hurts. But this one's not over. A good chunk of time on the clock and the timeouts.
Yeah, not only do they have the timeouts, as you just noted, they're going to get an extra one with the 2-minute warning. And that's going to help in a big way. So in a sense, they have 4 timeouts in their pocket. The big thing, stopping them on defense now. They can't let them get a first down and make them use their timeouts and get a fresh set of downs. They've got to stop them right here. And if so, they've still got an opportunity.
And they'll go with the ground attack here. And he works it across the 25 before being tackled. Whistles now in a timeout defensively. So a wise move as they'll use the first of their timeouts to force one more play before the 2-minute warning. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Set. Green, 39. Green.
On 1st down, he'll drop to throw. Henry's got it out on the left side. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. Time for a break. We're back to perhaps crown a champion after this. Second and 5 after the 5-yard completion on 1st down.
Leopard!
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll get this only up to about the 35. And quickly we're going to get another stop here with 1:54 left as they call the timeout defensively. The Chargers on 3rd down, 5 out of 9 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 2. Back to throw here. Buying time to his left. He can run for it, and he will. 18 big yards on that one, and a Charger first. That is an absolute backbreaker. That was a design passing play, wasn't a draw. You think you got him stopped, good coverage downfield, and he's able to pick up the first with his legs. Defensively, that kicks into your psyche and hurts a little bit, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and here's the thing. Anytime you give up a first down, it hurts you psychologically, but it hurts more when they get it this way because you've covered everything. He didn't have any place to throw the football. He takes off running and picks it up anyway, and now you have to stay on the field for an extra set of downs.
And really could have used that stop trailing here in the fourth. Another running situation on the doorstep as they come up 2nd and 10. And they'll try the ground game here with the running back. And it's been like this all night long. Nowhere to run as they stop him behind the line. It'll be a loss of 1, and it'll be 3rd and 10. So here we go, Charles, 3rd down. Any chance you're throwing?
I don't think so. I think you got to keep the clock rolling here.
And indeed, they will keep it on the ground. And it's been like this all night long. Nowhere to run as they stop him behind the line. It'll be a loss of a yard, and it'll be 4th down. Now let's see how the offense still out there. They elect to go on 4th and 11. He'll drop to throw. Going up top. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. And the Bolts have done it. The Los Angeles Chargers are the Super Bowl champions. And to the Super Bowl champions, they etch their name forever in NFL immortality.
That's pretty phenomenal right there. It actually gave me chills just to hear you say that because immortality forever and ever. When you look in the record books, you'll see this team, you'll see their picture, that your name will be a part of it. That's got to be an incredible feeling because it's been a long journey to get there, and now they get a chance to enjoy it.